MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the San Francisco Giants and the Milwaukee Brewers. It's a battle of elite pitchers next on MLB Network. Zach Davies gets the start for Milwaukee in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, thanks, Matt. Zach Davies coming on to pitch. Not a big, strong guy, but he's a control guy that pumps the strike zone full of strikes. 89 to 92 miles an hour with sink. Has a curveball, has the slider, and also the straight changeup. He needs all four of his pitches, not overpowering. You'll know if he's on early, he'll be throwing a lot of ground balls.
Coming to the plate now, Joe Pennant. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
Man, you find yourself down 0-2 after 2 great executed pitches right there. Got to look for something up. Might have to tip your hat if he can stay down below the knees like that.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2. The 2-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The 2-2 one more time. Is looked at, and the count moves full. On deck, there's Andrew McCutchen. He'll hit next. Swing and a hot shot toward third. And he's going to have extra bases right out of the chute today. And this goes right through him. And how about that to start a game?
That's what you want your leadoff hitter to do every time. He wastes a lot of pitches, makes the pitcher work, then to cap it off, he drives one for a double. That might be one of the best at-bats we'll see all game long.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now, as he will take a look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe. Head-to-head numbers against Zach Davies. He brings a 4 for 12 line. He's also driven in 5 runs. One and 1 to Andrew McCutchen. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
You know, you got to take your time and feel Joe McDonald out behind the dish a little bit. He has a tendency to move his zone around, usually settling in those middle innings.
You know, all you ask for an umpire is to be consistent. At times, Joe Mack is a little bit too inconsistent, particularly from a pitcher standpoint.
And he's going to beat the offline throw to first, as the first baseman couldn't get the foot back in time.
And this is the kind of play that makes a manager go a little bit nuts. It's only the second batter of the entire game, and his defense is throwing the ball around already. I'm sure he's hoping that error isn't a sign of things to come.
Next to bat for the Giants, Buster Posey. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
I heard so many pitchers in my career in the dugout talk about you're only 1 pitch away from getting out of a nasty situation. This is perfect right here. A strikeout or a double play, and he can get right back in control of this inning.
0-2 the count to Posey.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The 0-2 home. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
Well, I think that's a great spot for that pitch. In on the hands. It wasn't a strike, but if he can command the movement in there, he's going to be very effective in this one.
2 balls and 2 strikes to the Giants catcher. The 2-2 is at the knees and called strike 3. And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. Mark DeRosa, what's your take on him this afternoon on the road?
Hey, Matt, the first thing I notice when I walk into Miller Park is those gaps are super tight. You got to get greedy in a ballpark like this. There's a lot of damage to be had. This park plays really, really tiny at times. So look for this offense to try and drive the ball.
Runners at the corners here with 1 gone in the inning. And standing in here is the very dangerous third baseman, Evan Longoria. He's set. Here it comes. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. Swung on and missed. 1-1. Longoria, or just Longo as he's often referred. He was a first-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2006.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
And the run will score as the Giants stake themselves to an early 1-0 lead.
Boy, he had to be sitting on a fastball, Dero, right there, because he pulls this one and gets the barrel to it to drive that runner in from third.
Yeah, Dan, you can tell he was sitting all over it. You don't get to a fastball like that without knowing it's coming. Nice piece of hit.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike.
That's how quick an inning can potentially get away from you out there. You get the first 2 outs pretty quick. Next guy gets on, and now you're staring the number 4 hole hitter in the face with a runner in scoring position.
The 0-1 on its way. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. The 1-1. Taken, strike 2.
I love the fact that the hitter was able to foul that pitch away. I always thought with 2 strikes, you give the pitcher that inside part of the plate and you do your best to cover away.
Here's another 1-2. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 8. Hunter
So
Pence.
In now for San Francisco, Hunter Pence. And a great chance here for the Giants to add on in just the first inning. From the stretch. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. McCutchen on second. Longoria at first. 2 out in the inning. Two balls and a strike.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
Got him to go down after that one, and it's 2-2.
Wow, that changeup is an absolute beaut. They call it the great equalizer for a reason.
Trying to keep the score where it is, and the pitch softly hit toward the hole. Fielded cleanly, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Giants will have to be content with just the one. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. San Francisco leads this one 1-0. Madison Bumgarner, a lefty from North Carolina, gets the starting assignment. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Quite frankly, one of the toughest and baddest dudes in the game of baseball. We all remember coming in Game 7 of the World Series against the Kansas City Royals. Every team thinks that they have an ace. Well, guess what? This guy is a true, legitimate ace. Low to mid-90s fastball, good curveball.
Right
it does have the straight changeup in. Just in case you didn't know this, the guy can swing the bat a little bit too. One of the best pitchers in the game.
Oh, look at Longo. He's up with it. The throw. Got him.
Great reactions on that one, and a good job to get down on the ground in time to smother it. Still had to get up and make the throw, and of course, he did that too.
Into the box now, Lorenzo Cain. As Bumgarner gets ahead of him with strike 1. Lifetime numbers against Bumgarner. He's just 1 for 6. Ball chopped foul here at the plate, and he's behind 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Slider, good 2-strike pitch, but it misses. 1-2. The 1-2. Hot shot on the ground to short. There is Crawford on to first, and Bumgarner's rolling right through him here. 2 away now. And with that, time to take a glance at the starting 9 for these Brewers. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
You know, I think everyone should keep an eye on Christian Yelich. He's an imposing figure with a bat in his hands. Always seems to turn in a good at-bat, and he can do a lot of damage when he barrels up the ball.
And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one just missed outside. Bumgarner, affectionately known, of course, as Mad Bum. He was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
The 1-0. Down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. The 2-2. Popped him up. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. 2 out, nobody on. Now a little pop-up off toward the third base side. And Longoria will make the catch to retire the side. So nothing happening this time around. Second inning straight ahead here at Miller Park. It's the Giants 1 and the Brewers 0. So in now for San Francisco, Brandon Crawford. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. A fastball down near the shoe tops. Now the 2-0 home. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
Boy, what a time to pull the string on him. On 2-0, there's no way anyone's thinking changeup. So if you can locate it, that's pretty much unhittable.
Now the 2-1 pitch. 2-2 the count. The 2-2. A little bouncer. That ball's foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. Hit in the air to center field. Kane is under it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Milwaukee Brewers. And let's take a look at one of the most dynamic infielders in our sport, and that's Orlando Arcia. Playing up the middle, shortstop, premium position, cannon arm, highlight reel plays, the ability to make the routine one as well. The bat will continue to get better.
Next to bat for the Giants, Austin Jackson. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A high fastball is in there.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
The 1-1. Runs a bit inside for a ball. The 2-1. Soft liner to the right side. And that is going to sneak on through into right. It's a one-out single.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
Number 37, Shelby Tomlinson.
Pitch is way outside, and he can't even get a glove on it. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
And I think that's the case of the pitcher being a little too preoccupied with the speed at first. He lost focus on making the pitch and throws an absolute scud. The irony, of course, is the runner's now on second, and he didn't even have to steal.
The 1-0 home is a fastball that misses.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that two-seamer to right-handed hitters to try to jam the guy or even make some firewood. He got it in there, but that was a good take to lay off and take the ball.
2-0 count, and the pitch. 3-0 now. Taking all the way, it's 3-1 now. Three and one, here it is. Grounder down the line at third, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. Now the payoff pitch home. Swing and a liner. And that's a fair ball as this one will get down the line. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now.
That's the only way to combat a nasty cutter. You have to find a way to fight and stay inside that baseball and drive it the other way.
Here's Joe Panic. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He doubled to open up the ball game. Line hard to center field. And that'll get down for a base hit. The relay throw, and he is in there.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
Stepping in now, Andrew McCutchen. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball one. And they're runners at the corners now. The 1-0 finds the zone, strike one. The 1-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike two.
Hey, that's a huge pitch for him right there. He's been struggling early. If he's able to get any feel on his secondary stuff, he might be able to hang around a little bit.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike three.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Here's Buster Posey now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike three in his first plate appearance. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Boy, his pitch count has really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
The 1-1 misses for the second ball.
You know, I think he's having a hard time with that curveball right now, and that's part of the reason why he struggled early on in the start. It's so important to have command of those secondary pitches, or hitters just start sitting on the hard stuff.
A bouncer up the middle, reined in. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Giants will have to be content with just the one. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Giants on top, 2-0.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Giants, number 32, Stephen Oakland.
Leading off the inning, Ryan Braun, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Ryan Braun.
comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Now the 1-0 is looked at off the plate for a ball. Now the 2-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one. Hit hard on the ground to third. Throw on to first by Longoria is right there for the first out.
Okay, here's how San Francisco lines up defensively. And let's take a look at first baseman Brandon Belt, nicknamed Baby Giraffe for obvious reasons. This guy has got big-time pop, short swing to the baseball. Also, very sure-handed defender. One of the best in the game at picking balls over at first and manipulating that bag for his infield.
Digging in now for the Brewers, Eric Thames, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch on its way. 1-0. Fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. Thames is one of the very few left-handed bats that displays a lot of power against left-handed pitching. He drives the ball well in these matchups, which simply has not been the case very often in baseball.
Yeah, and I think it all starts with his front shoulder. I mean, so many times you see left-on-left matchups, and what is it? Slider in the dirt, fastball that lights up a left-handed batter. Not with this guy. He keeps his approach short, keeps that front shoulder tucked, and plays with the big part of the field.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a one-out hit.
This is the cat and mouse of baseball right here. Batter versus pitcher. You fight so hard as an offensive player to get count leverage. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. Check out the batting averages in those counts, and then check out the batting averages in even and behind counts with 2 strikes. 2-0, your eyes light up, and the batter didn't miss it.
Next to bat, Orlando Arcia, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. The 0-1 delivery. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. Heading out towards shallow right. McCutchen coasts under it. 2 down.
Batting 7th, catcher Manny.
Next for Milwaukee, Manny Pena. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Thames leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball's coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. Jackson is there, makes the catch, and the ball game is over.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
A 2-0 finish today. The San Francisco Giants scored in every single inning on the way to victory. Madison Bumgarner is credited with the win. Zach Davies only completed 2 innings and is charged with the loss. So that's a wrap for us here this afternoon. For Mark, Dan, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network.
Our final line score this afternoon.